The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces, being led by members of FOXHOUND. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-tech Special Forces Unit FOXHOUND. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of FOXHOUND involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman.
Stinky Diver, a former Navy commando with an attitude as bad as his odor.
And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter.
And Meltman, with the power to melt.
And finally, in charge of them, FOXHOUND squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
The man with the same codename as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Johnny.
I'm Elliot.
And I'm Matt.
And we are...
You want to do another take so I come up with a
That
goofy name?
throws me off. And welcome to our Let's Play of Metal Gear Solid Tactical Espionage Action for the PlayStation.
Metal Gear registered trademark, solid.
Very true. Alright, let's not waste any time here. Let's get things started.
No bullshit.
We're actually going to be loading up an old file that's starting at the beginning of the game.
Change your card?
Oh, you changed my memory card, Matt.
That too. Oops.
The immersion is ruined.
Close out.
There we go.
You'll notice in Spider-Man Red.
That's my third playthrough, technically. It's yellow on the second one. I never went past 3, actually, now that I think about it.
Actually, come to think of it, I think the color doesn't... Maybe the color... No, it doesn't, I'm sorry. I was thinking the color changed depending upon whether or not you did A or B in terms of scenario.
So, just in case you're not aware of Metal Gear Solid...
From the rock you live under?
You'd be surprised how many people are not. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you a heads up right now. Metal Gear Solid is a pretty chatty game.
Like, what would you say? What do you think is the cutscene gameplay ratio?
What would you say, Matt? Like
30-70. 30 stories. 30
gameplay.
70 story.
70% story. Yeah, this game is really all about the story, and well, if you don't really care about that, this may not be the Let's Play for you. But me, Elliot, and Matt have been talking about doing this game for some time now, and we figured we'd get started on the Metal Gear Solid series.
And we'll just say this right now: this is the best movie we ever played.
Yeah, damn. No, Metal Gear
Solid. Oh, you lied. We played better movies.
Metal Gear
what about Heavy Rain?
Metal Gear Solid 4 is the best movie. Yeah, Heavy Rain is the best movie we ever played. See, you may have noticed that, hey John, you're the one with the big ass chronology boner. Why aren't you starting with Metal Gear 1 for the NES or Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake for the MSX?
Well, that's because Johnny didn't ask me to bring over my copy of the Metal Gear HD collection, so we can't do that.
No. Well, I actually do have Metal Gear. No, I have them too because I had the I have what was Metal Gear Solid 3's extra special edition? Was
Substance?
Subsistence or was it Subsistence?
Subsistence,
Something.
I don't give a damn.
Whatever.
Substitution.
Substitution. Those actually had the original Metal Gear games inside the disc, but the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, I started with the Metal Gear Solid series. I was familiar with Metal Gear since the beginning, like the early 90s. I saw my uncle play, but I wasn't that interested in the game. But, you know, I've been playing Metal Gear Solid since 1998. The original copy that I own, I actually got from a trade from a friend of mine. That's back when Pokemon was all the high. I actually got that copy by trading in my holographic Kangaskhan.
Woo! His parents must have been pissed.
Well, he said he liked the game, but he didn't really care about it. I think that's why he had no problem with it.
So.
Oh, I bet he's looking back at this 5 years from now. Okay.
Okay, so how exactly was Snake able to contact Colonel?
Through
He talks to the voice in his head.
Yeah, telepathy.
So he has an internal.
Telepathy.
So he has an internal cell phone in his ear.
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, can I play Angry Birds with my ear?
Yeah, use the action button to load your bird into the catapult. When you're ready, press the crawl button to actually shoot the bird. Align your bird with the X-axis and Y-axis to align the proper trajectory.
Colonel, what are you talking about?
You wanted to know how to play the game, didn't you?
I just asked if I can.
Okay, so our first objective is to get into the elevator, so we have to be quiet and
You have to wait, actually, too.
not give ourselves away. So what I did is snap the guy's neck, and he disappeared.
That's very helpful. Yeah, he started like flickering and then
You don't have to
disappeared.
worry about dead bodies remaining on the floor. When you kill somebody, they disappear.
That's not until the later games. That's when they started staying.
Yeah.
For a little bit of extra added challenge, because at this point you can pretty much snap almost every neck in sight and then get away with it scot-free unless one of them somehow sets off an alert.
See, Metal Gear Solid is primarily a stealth game. They really don't want you to come into contact with anybody. So,
As evidenced by shitty combat controls.
yeah, the combat in this game is actually really fucking awkward. You do have a 1, 2, 3 kind of attack sort of deal, and you can toss enemies with the square button. If you approach an enemy from behind and press the square button without holding any directional input, you'll actually get them in the chokehold. If you mash the square button hard enough after doing that, then you'll actually snap their necks.
Now the thing is though, is that I can appreciate the crappy combat a la because it's sort of like Silent Hill 2 in a way.
Yeah.
If you give the player intentionally crappy combat controls, you end up forcing them to rely more on their stealth more so than actually you end up making them do the stealth rather than the combat. Unfortunately, with the Metal Gear Solid series, the problem is that the games like to have their cake and eat it too. So, for a satisfying final climax, we actually have to rely on the awkward combat.
Yeah. Let me get my rations here. Okay, the elevator's down, so now we can get moving. Whoop. Want to avoid contact for now.
Yeah, the genome soldiers aren't really bright in this though.
They're really not. Later on, these guys can hear a fucking ant fart. And meanwhile, Johnny, if you would like to please take up the elevator.
Oh, a fly just farted in Africa.
Who's that?
I heard something.
And they don't see it. They don't even see Snake going up the elevator.
No. They assume the elevator's just going back up automatically.
They have an obligation. They can't go beyond their little blue cone. Anything outside of their blue cone is out of their jurisdiction.
What do you think, though? Do you think the cone represents their field of hearing, though? Or is that like more of a circuit?
I'm kind of convinced that this game, I think it was pretty much just cone of their hearing as well.
I think their hearing has a bit more range, but their eyesight is piss poor. And meet Solid Snake, ladies and gentlemen.
Why is he wearing a tux?
Why not?
Yeah. Pretty much.
You unlock Snake when he has a tux?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
This is the save file I have is the third playthrough, and that's how you unlock the Tuxedo. You beat the game 2 times. One with the good ending, one with the bad ending, but we'll get more into that later. So yeah. We have
Solid Snake. Get himself a dry martini. See how that goes.
in a cardboard box. This is living.
This is the high life. How can no one know it's a guy wearing a tux?
Well, no one's around to notice.
It's still
Do you know how many goofy camouflages you can wear in Metal Gear Solid 3 that are absolutely bastardized their idea of stealth?
if you actually get Metal Gear Solid 4, one of the one of the heads that he can get for his camouflage mask is Metal Gear Solid 1. Yeah.
One of the heads. Creepy.
Face camo.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and
Sneak
dry,
suit.
but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia.
But I look
This
damn
is
good
a
doing it.
lifesaver.
Take it easy.
We're
I'm
not going to
grateful.
bar mitzvah.
If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a pop
thought it was
up
a
there.
birthday party.
An entire
Oy
business
vey.
In a tux, kind of overkill, isn't it?
genome soldiers
No, it's not
exercise
overkill, especially if the place you go to is dressed
See,
formal.
I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh?
Yep,
By the
3 out of 5
how's the
lab rats
diversity
survived.
operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way.
I thought we were getting no
Terrorist
support.
radar should have already picked them up.
No official support.
Oh,
There's a difference between official support and just support.
I see.
Oh, there's a face.
Behind D.
I see 2 boobs.
What's a Russian gunship?
I see a Pokemon.
I have no idea.
Why not? Gen 6 is right around the corner.
Little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed.
I have to evade a helicopter.
Grab the rotor blades and get to the roof.
Where the hell did you learn how to do this shit, Colonel? You ever play Gunstar Heroes?
Why does he get the helicopter?
Who cares? I don't want to be flying in this mess.
90s are overrated.
Johnny's more of a high and D kind of guy.
Yeah, not my style.
There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly.
That's a good
behind
impersonation,
this
Colonel.
Who's that?
How'd you do that?
I haven't introduced you to yet.
What if he actually takes out a sock puppet for that?
I'd like you to meet Mei Ling, Snake. I found her in Zanzibar.
Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself.
Oh, God.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
Mei Ling here is basically an intern, but she's really like one of the top of the marks people from the university she goes to. I'm not that in depth with Metal Gear, so I can tell you what college she goes to. Now I know you may be thinking, but she's just an intern. Remember, here's the key word: Asian.
And just a quick forewarning, ladies and gentlemen. Usually, we've been taking more of a policy to not talk during cutscenes, and we'll try to hold that true for like the cinematics. But for codec conversations, they have subtitles, and you know, we're gonna be talking.
Yeah, because
That's all I'm gonna say.
it's a Metal Gear Solid game, ladies and gentlemen. If we don't talk during the cutscenes, we're never gonna say anything.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a let's play.
Wait, she has an accent here, but in Twin Snakes she doesn't.
Yeah, the actress dropped it.
This is the only game where she has an accent,
Wow.
which I kind of miss, to be honest.
I kind of do too.
It's authentic.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
And if he's dead, well, lug him back. You want me to look back at the corpse?
Just slap the remaining guys on the wrist.
It's a good thing I rented this tux.
Discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
So why does my radar in my head jam whenever I'm spotted by an enemy?
I always assumed that was because of adrenaline.
That's actually not a bad reasoning. So I'd like to know why I have a radar in my head in the first place. Nanomachines, Matt. Oh.
Anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or
Why are you wearing a
advice.
turtleneck?
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you
And
want
she's
me
the
to
most
record
important
your
frequency right here,
conversation.
ladies and gentlemen.
My frequency
right.
is
We should actually save after this.
140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
How did I forget it? It's saved.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked.
Liar.
You need to arm yourself with whatever weapon you can find.
No,
I remember.
the Colonel is
First, I'm
toxic.
strip search by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
A weaker man would have shoved them up his ass.
That's sort of like nature's pocket. That's fucking gross, actually.
He shat him out?
No, he I think he regurgitated them.
Ew.
If you want to get
He had to put his finger in his mouth and then like touch his uvula.
I should use a Marlboro.
I'm a pretty snake. I'm a pretty snake.
Snake, I'm also a cigarette dispenser.
If you put 25 cents on my butthole, I give out 1 cigarette.
You just have me imagining that too. Like he's just
Nature's cord slot.
Yeah, exactly. He like just pops out one at a time. Boom, boom, boom.
He's like a Pez.
Exactly.
What about the air duct near the door?
Men going that way.
Is he asleep?
Should also be a duct on the second floor.
The women's entrance.
Fuck you, okay? We're going on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
So how's your vagina growing in?
I'll let you decide the best COA.
Course of action.
Counting on you, Snake.
And so we begin.
Okay, so now we need to get inside the base. But first, let's save.
So wait, you press select so that you could go into codec?
Yep.
You caught Snake?
How does he dial? Does he like has to use his nose? He like has to keep on pressing it until he gets the right one?
You ever see that one episode of Ed and Eddie whenever like when Eddie touches Double D's nose and then his eyes wig out like he's doing it being a tape recorder? That's kind of what I'm imagining.
I never actually did understand how the codec works in the Metal Gear Solid franchise.
It honestly made the most sense in 3 when it was just like a radio.
Okay, in case you didn't pick up any rations down the first sequence, there's a ration over here. I can't pick it up though. Can't carry more than 2.
For now.
So wait, I saw you have a bandana in your inventory. What is that?
Alright, so these 2 special items here are going to be off limits for this playthrough. The stealth
Breaks the game.
Yeah, it pretty much breaks the game, makes you invisible, no enemy can see you, not even security cameras. And the bandana gives you infinite ammo as long as you have it equipped. You get these playthroughs by getting the good and bad ending of the game. For this Let's Play...
You playthroughs?
Huh?
You say get these playthroughs?
No, I said the...
You say you get these playthroughs?
We'll see what the playback says. You get those in your first and second playthroughs when you get the good and bad ending. For this Let's Play, they'll be off limits. I won't be using them at all.
Oh, you pussy.
How's he a pussy?
No. I'll be a pussy if I use them.
He's already got it bad enough by going up the second floor entrance.
Alright, so we need to go up to the second floor entrance.
Hey Johnny, wait. Go to your codec.
What?
I think it's 141.45.
141.1?
45.
1.1.45.
Wait, hold on a second.
141.45, I believe.
45?
What was it?
I think so. No, I don't remember the frequency.
Ah, waste of time.
Nastasha?
We're not going to find out about Nastasha until later.
Okay.
No, that's 141.52, I believe.
Whose footprints are these?
I would like to imagine at some point this guy actually just completely... and he
shit.
fucked up.
Don't worry, I'll be out here.
I would like to imagine at some point the guy who looks at your footsteps finds his own and then he just falls down for a good hour.
What are you doing, man? I'm trying to find out these footprints. They keep on appearing every time.
Sir, I think there might be a ghost in the vicinity.
Ghosts don't wear shoes. How many ghosts have you met, sir?
Hurry, 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 hurry. Ooh.
Alright, so let's,
You got chaff grenades. So what exactly does chaff do?
Chaff disables electronics for a short amount of time.
They're not so helpful now when you can evade everything, but later on you're going to want them. Snake, are you on candid camera?
No.
Are you on taxi cab confessions?
What do we got? Stun grenades. Those temporarily disable enemies for a short amount of time.
The bang is loud enough, however, to probably set off alerts, so be careful with that.
Yeah, very true.
So when you use chaff, it also jams your radar.
Yeah, so you gotta be careful with that a bit.
Oh, why didn't I go?
Why didn't you go?
Why'd you do that, John? Alright, let's actually get a little further down here.
Go.
No.
No one knows the guy. How does no one notice the guy wearing a tux?
Thank God eyesight's shit out here in Alaska.
Thank God I spent my money on internet stocks.
Internet stocks?
It's like a guy right there.
Yeah, I see him.
Newsy little bastard.
I want to get inside that truck, though.
Nosy.
Newsy, I don't care.
It's nosy.
Whatever.
Alley-oop. And our first weapon, SOCOM.
It's a gun.
Actually, let's give Natasha a call.
Nastasha.
No, excuse me.
I got it wrong.
This is Nastasha Romanenko. A pleasure.
She has a bigger role in Metal Gear Solid 2 in a way, from the behind the scenes. She pretty much documents the entire Shadow Moses incident.
There's also, I think she also has a bigger significance in the Metal Gear Solid novel, which I didn't read, but you know, TV tropes.
Wait, novel?
Yeah, there are novelizations of Metal Gear Solid games.
I never knew
There's
that.
also, like I said, she ends up being the writer for The Truth Behind Shadow Moses, where she also has a backstage affair with Richard Ames.
Yeah.
We must not allow terrorists to get their hands.
Her parents, I believe, were bombed. I believe she was a survivor of a nuclear attack in
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl, yeah.
Those terrorists.
And then the Chernobyl diaries. She wasn't a part of it. She doesn't want to relive the memories.
Idly and allow that to happen, and neither can I.
So I'm going to stand right here in my house while you go and save the world.
This cigarette will never dissipate.
It really doesn't.
Ironically enough, she'll take lung cancer compared to radioactive cancer.
You're weird. Okay, let's actually get to the second floor here. No, wait, that's Mission Impossible.
Go now. GoldenEye?
He's wearing
James
a suit.
Bond.
Oh.
It's all 007.
All 7 or none at all, baby.
Now.
There we go. That codec call is pretty much Camo telling you how to go into an air duct. Just hold down X near the air duct.
Or the crawl button.